I gotta wear this on. I have to wear this for the first two racks, John. Yeah. I committed to it. I don't know.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in to Billiard Breakdown today. Today we have number 10, John Walsh, taking on the challenger Justin Nilsson. This is going to be a race to 9 in 9-ball pool for the top 10 players list in Rochester, New York. The players will begin to lag shortly. Looks like John's going to win the lag, and he's going to begin with the break. I believe they're doing rack your own.
9 on the break count. If you want, or do you want to spot it on the break? Break, wild 9, no calling.
Justin Nilsson with the sombrero as well, really trying to show off his Mexican heritage here. Now what's interesting is John Walsh, the number 10 player, is going to use the triangle to rack his 9-ball. And he told Justin he does not care if Justin uses the magic rack to rack his 9-ball racks. That's quite the statement from John. His response was, either way, you got to make the balls, so it doesn't matter. John pockets the 1 into the left side pocket, but the cue ball's left behind the 5. We're likely to see John do a push out here. A push out is when the player at the table, right after the break, can shoot the cue ball into any position on the table without it being a foul. Justin, the incoming player, can then decide to take the shot or give it back to John. It looks like he's eyeing the kick. Good kick safety attempt. Trying to leave the cue ball and the 2 on opposite ends of the table. Doesn't quite get it, but Justin's got to shoot over the 9-ball, so he has to elevate into a pretty uncomfortable position, which we can't see at the moment. But Justin scratches into the left side pocket as a result of elevating over that 9-ball. John Walsh comes to the table with ball in hand. John attempts to break out the 4-8. Now, in my opinion, it may have been even better to just leave the 4-8 there, because the 4-8 was a pretty automatic combo into the left corner. Rather than break it up, he could have just went for the easy position on the 3 and then shoot the 4-8 combo. Little bit of an awkward position here. John may have to play safe. He could try to sit the cue ball behind the 8-ball. But if he were to attempt that, it's easy to overhit the 4 ball and have the 4 ball leak out towards the right. Instead, John chooses to create distance between the 4 and the cue ball, and somehow leaves the 4 in the exact same position as where it was a couple shots ago.
Are we watching this here?
Justin looking to kick at this and just barely hit the edge of the 4, which he does extremely nicely. That was a very low percentage shot, and he was able to not give away ball in hand.
Say something. Cool. Is that all you want? You don't want to get out of the building? All right, so you're in football. So let me get some money.
The combo was somewhat automatic, and it's tough to say if the cue ball is stuck behind the 9 at all, but the way he's lining up for the shot doesn't look like it. Joanna Stevens in the live chat says, tell them to quiet down in the background. Wish I could. Unfortunately, being rowdy at the bar at Billiard Breakdown is part of the business. Does Justin get lucky with the roll on the cue ball here? Looks like he did. John's going to have to kick at this from the short rail. It's possible that he could see the bank into the right corner as well. Wouldn't be a bad two-way shot. Turns out he was able to see the entirety of what he needed to in order to pocket it. Doesn't look like he got a good position on the 5 though. Ryan Stevens in the live chat says Justin could probably see better without the sombrero. Well, it's too early to say. The sombrero, combined with Justin's immense Mexican heritage, is a deadly combination. If he can turn it up, I guess. Nice cut by Sombrero, Justin.
Great bad plays, even money, Bills need to win. No points, no nothing, Bills need to win. That's it. I think the Bills win.
Ryan Stevens says, looks like the tag on the sombrero is still on it. He can return it if it's not lucky. Well, the sombrero is property of Billiard Breakdown. This is no Walmart sombrero, you know. He gets to a slightly uncomfortable position on the 7. A little more or a little less power would have been perfect. But he's got the thin cut into the far left corner. And if he hits this with medium pace, the cue ball should be able to travel back and forth 2 rails to have position for the 9 into the same corner. Undercuts it. And he leaves John Walsh a straight-in shot on the 7. But this is not easy because there's no real natural angle here to bring that cue ball back towards the 9. So even if John's able to pot this 7, he's going to have a low percentage shot on the 9 unless he can figure out a way here. Instead, John attempts to play safe by leaving the cue ball down on the far short rail and the 7 back towards us. But the cue ball double kisses on the 7, and Justin's back at the table with a good chance to take the first game. Also a pretty straight-on shot here. Not easy to make position on the 9. The most straightforward way would probably just be a heavy draw. He does close the distance between the cue ball and the 9. Let's see if he can sink this 9 ball. A little bit of a tricky shot here. It's got to really just trust the stroke and where you're aiming. He overcuts it. Does he scratch as well? He does not. And he does leave John in a pretty awkward position. It's not easy to shoot this cue ball. The bridge is going to be a little uncomfortable as well as the contact point on the cue ball. Tough shot here. Instead, John opting to play safe, and does he scratch? 3-rail scratch from John. Justin's going to have ball in hand, and he's going to be able to take the first game.
Or you can go plus 550 for Justin for the last. Plus 550, you got 155. Matt, I want to go 25 on the third. Split it either way.
He misses it. Sombrero Justin misses it. Sombrero Justin misses ball in hand on the 9. What? Chat, are you seeing this? Did you see this? And John, look at the roll John gets. Great speed. Jesus. Justin missing that ball on the 9 is definitely early nerves. Playing on the TV table. Ryan Stevens in the live chat says, wow. And yeah, I agree. You know, John's got a straight in shot on the 9 here, but the cue ball's near the rail and he's got to cover a lot of distance. This is a missable shot for sure. John over here taking no risks. He is not going for a shot unless he's 100% sure it's going to go. Justin with another chance. A tougher shot than what he just had, but hopefully those nerves went away a little bit, got it out of the way, and should be able to pocket this one. And Justin wobbles the 9 once again. And John should be able to make this 9 ball no problem and take the first game. Does he scratch? Almost. All right, John Walsh takes the first game. Pretty sloppy from both players, but a win is a win. Ryan Stevens in the live chat says Justin should be used to it now, I think. He just needs to battle it out, keep that distance on John. But you know, even keeping the distance, John doesn't really take too many unnecessary risks. He doesn't go for these long distance potting shots. Looks like he just tries to play safe or leave his opponent inconvenient. John nearly putts the 9 on the break. Now the 2-9 is a pretty easy combo if you can make sure you see the 2, make sure you see the right side of the 2. A little bit of follow here to bring that cue ball up towards the, I guess the center of the table is pretty high percentage setup. Justin does a really nice job of making sure he clears the 8 ball and the 3. And this 2-9 should seal the deal. He gets it. He gets it. All right. Sombrero Justin is on the board with his first game. The score is now 1-1. All right. Hopefully the early jitters are out. Hey, shout out to Logan Smith in the live chat with the 7 clapping emojis. Sombrero Justin appreciates the applause. Ryan Stevens in the live chat says, "Let's go, John. Time to watch the Bills game. Go Bills. A little bit unrelated, Ryan. Sarah Kastner in the live chat says, nice Justin. A lot of people showing up for Justin tonight. Does he get the 5 and the 6? And he gets to sit behind the 2 as well, almost. We may see Justin push out here. Tough to say from this angle if he can actually see the left side of the 1. Justin pushes out. Now, Justin is a pretty good jumper. He's got a nice jump cue, brand new Jay Flowers jump cue that he talks a lot about. So Justin pushes out into a position where he believes he can make this jump shot. John decides to give the shot back to Justin here. He misses the pocket, but makes good contact. But John's got a shot on the 1 with a pretty natural setup on the 2, as long as he just stuns it back a little. Does he get stuck behind the 3? He does. John taking his time here. Doesn't want to give up ball in hand, for sure. Every ball is clear and free. Very, very runnable. John scratches into the side pocket. Justin's got ball in hand. The key here is position on the 3. If Justin can be barely straight on with a 3, either towards the left or the right, he will be able to make position for the 4 pretty easily. Justin misses. Ball in hand on the 2 ball. John's back at the table with a shot on the 2, and if he can stroke this with a little bit of stun, should be able to just bring this cue ball back towards the left, but he doesn't hit it quite hard enough. John played a pretty nice save. Justin's going to have to kick at it from the left.
I think we have, yeah. How you doing? Yes. Give it out the bowl.
Good contact by Justin. And he doesn't leave John with an easy shot. John overcuts the 3. Let's see if he can bring this cue ball back around for the 4. He leaves himself with a pretty thin cut, but he should be able to just stun this cue ball so it can travel horizontally, maybe 3 rails for position on the 7 into the corner. Good pace by Justin. Yeah, if Justin can pocket the 7 and just stun the cue ball for a stop shot, should be out. Wobbles a little, but goes in. Nice shot. Justin's got the option here to use top spin, a little bit of top right spin to bring that cue ball back towards the left side of the table to shoot the 9 into the corner. But there are a couple ways you can go about playing this. Instead, Justin chooses to go with left spin, a little bit of top left spin. Gets a little short on the setup on the 9. He's got a thin cut into the left corner here. If Justin can make this shot, it will really set the tone for this match tonight. Great shot by Justin. Justin is now in the lead. The score is 2-1. And yeah, Justin's stroke is looking really nice. For anyone just joining us, this is number 10, John Walsh, taking on the challenger, Justin Nilsson, in the top 10 players list for Rochester, New York. This is a race to 9 and 9-ball pool. And Sombrero Justin will now break. LV Postman in the live chat says, "Hey guys, I like the changes to the graphics." Thank you very much, LV Postman. All credit to local player Viet Nguyen. He has taken the scorecard graphics to a different level. So we appreciate the work Viet has done for the scorecard. MEAS in the live chat says big respect to Billiard Breakdown. Well, big respect to MEAS. Thank you for the kind words. Justin decides to just slow roll the one ball into the corner pocket. Doesn't want to risk wobbling the one ball in the corner or not being able to see the three ball. Great shot by Justin. Look at the position on the four ball here. Justin should be able to go 3 rails to make position for the 5. Overhits it a little bit. Doesn't get lucky with the cue ball. Kind of. He's close to the 5, but these angled, slightly angled cuts into the far left corner can be a little touchy. LV Postman in the live chat says, well, let me address Justin's shot first, because great shot on the 5. It doesn't seem like the 6 is clear for the corner, though. LV Postman says, yep, best stream I've found. Good view of the action, great commentary, and no blaring background music. Thank you so much. Wow, Justin going for the thin reverse cut on the 6 and actually overcuts it. John comes to the table with a pretty natural way to set up for the 7. Whether he underhits it or overhits it, either way he'll have a shot on the corner or side pocket. Surprisingly, John misses the thin cut on the 6. Even though it was a thin cut, it's definitely makeable because of how close he was to the 6. Now Justin's back at the table. It's easy to lose control of the cue ball here. Might be better to overhit than underhit, so the cue ball comes back around for the 7 rather than trying to hold position here. Let's see what he does. Really nice cut by Justin, but look at the cue ball. The cue ball scratches into the far right corner, or into the right corner. Really unfortunate. John's at the table with a pretty easy run out here. John leaves himself with a pretty natural position to just focus on potting the 8 and using regular center to bring that cue ball back towards the right. Nice shot. Leaves himself a little uncomfortable on the rail. Should be no problem for John, though. Sinks it no problem with the slow roll. Nice shot to John. The score is now 2-2. We got a tie game here.
Not coming on.
You were right next to us. I was screaming for you guys.
It's up.
All right, John to break. Dry break. Justin should be able to see the right side of the one, but not sure if he can see the enough of the left side of the one to pocket it into the far left corner, though.
Yeah, we did. We did. Our George's challenge qualifier. And they bought us and they won a potato style.
He is able to. Nice straight shot by Justin. Leaves himself a little tough, though. But if he can pocket this 2-ball with a little bit of stun, it's a pretty runnable rack after that. Justin overcuts the 2-ball, and John is now back at the table. Now, holding position for the 3-ball is difficult here. Almost, no matter how you shoot this, you're going to end up on the right side of the table. Let's see if he can figure something out. Yeah, John tries too hard to hold position for the 3 and undercuts the 2 instead. Maybe he was going for a safety. Yeah, now that I think about it, it seems like John was going for the safety there. Does he fluke the 3? Justin, Sombrero Justin, with the fluke on the 3. Nice shot.
Right tools for the right.
Justin's got to draw this back just a little bit. He miscues and hops the cue ball, but good thing he was shooting pretty straight. The 4 drops anyways. Justin overcuts the 5 into the side pocket. Leaves John with a tough cut on the 5 into the corner. John tries to leave the cue ball behind the 6. Wasn't able to, but Justin doesn't really have too much of a shot here. Let's see if there's a safety he can come up with. Almost looks like he's going for the reverse bank into the far left corner. No, he plays safe and does so pretty nicely. But John finds a way to get through the 6, 7, and 9 cluster to pocket the 5. Great shot. Comes back up for the 7 very nicely. Leaves enough of an angle to go back down to the short rail and back up for the 8. Does he underhit it? Probably would have preferred to be a little closer, but this is still a pretty easy shot for John. Just a simple stun shot to maintain position for the 9 into the far right corner is enough. Instead, he goes for this. Leaves himself pretty difficult. Both the 9 ball into the side or the left corner are somewhat lower percentage shots. So let's see what John decides to go for here. He cuts it into the side. Great shot by John. The score is now 3-2. John Walsh in the lead. Justin has now taken the sombrero off. We will no longer be having sombrero Justin. This will now be regular Justin. John pockets the 8 ball right into the right corner. And look at this shot he's got on the 1. Tough to say if that 2-3 combo goes. It's also a good position to go into the 2 ball here after shooting the 1, but it's a little unpredictable.
They're gonna be like, can you go back to the bar?
Nice. John opts for the long, direct cut into the far left corner. And it's a bigger pocket because the 7 ball is next to the far left corner, which can help the 2 ball drop if he gets close. But looks like he overcuts it. And it doesn't seem like, well, it's possible the 2 clears the 7 into the far left corner. Maybe he's got half a pocket. Tough to say. The 2-7 though doesn't look like it's plausible here. Yeah, Justin tried to squeeze that 2 ball past the 7 into the left side of that corner pocket, but didn't quite get it. John misses the thin cut on the 2 into the side pocket, and look what Justin's left with here. If he chooses to, he could use a little bit of right spin to bring that cue ball under the 5 to guarantee a shot on the 3. He could also just leave himself the thin cut at a slightly larger angle. Doesn't look like he gets rewarded. Justin tried to get under the 5, but cut the 5 to the side instead, and now he's left with not much on the 3 ball. And he misses it completely. All right, John's back at the table. The 4 ball is good for either corner. Whether you're going to just pocket it past the 7 or combo it into the 6, either way is fine. Just have to bring that cue ball back to either side of the 4, and John will be okay. Touches the 9, which sends the cue ball off track, and now, instead of being on either side of the 4, he is directly in the center of it, leaving himself with a pretty difficult shot. He may be able to carom the cue ball into the 6 ball though. Instead, John tries to leave Justin behind the 7. Doesn't quite get it, and Justin's back at the table with a nice cut into the side pocket with a good angle to come down and back up for the 5. Nice shot. Now for this, you really just need to worry about potting the 5. You don't need to think too much about position, because no matter where the cue ball lands from this, you'll be able to see the 6 and make position for the 7, no problem. Justin misses the long distance cut on the 5. A little surprising. It's just a shot that you needed to make and not worry too much about position just because of where the 6 is sitting. And John's back at the table. Let's see if he just slow rolls this. He's aiming center ball, just worrying about pocketing it. He actually draws it back, and that was a really nice shot by John. Getting on the 7 is no problem. A little bit awkward of a position. It's pretty straight on. It's a little difficult to create an angle to come back out for the 9. He's looking at the bottom of the cue ball, but even drawing this out can be unreliable. Switches back to the top of the cue ball. Yeah, so this shot, he wasn't really trying to make position to either side of the 9. He was just trying to bring that cue ball closer to the 9 and not leave himself with a long distance shot, which he did nicely. Great cut by John. Great cut. The score is now 4-2. John Walsh in the lead. John pockets a couple balls on the break, but even though he's got a shot on the 2, there's a pretty big problem cluster here, so it's possible we might not even see John try to pocket this and just play safe, slow play it until the cluster clears up on its own. Yeah, Justin can kick off the rail here to pocket the 2, but making position back towards the left side of the 3 for the breakout shot on the cluster is difficult. Does he do it though? He does. That's a great positional shot on the 3 there. If he can sink this, it is runnable. The key here is not to just blast it. Medium power is good here. Justin misses a 3, but he gets a nice roll. The 3 ball and the cue ball are on opposite ends, and John really doesn't have much on it. He can thin the 3, but he doesn't want to leave it close to the far left corner, though. Look at this shot by John. What a shot. Justin may need to put the sombrero back on for this shot. Misses the 3 completely, and that's as bad of a roll as he could have gotten, just clearing up that 4-5 for John. If John can bring this cue ball to the right without having that 5 ball come into play, it's looking good for John. Wow. Wow. That is a very gutsy play by John. Look at that position he got. Barely clears the 9, but he's got a shot on the 5. Getting back for the 6 is tricky. He's going to have to put a lot of bottom left spin to bring this back. And he wobbles it. Really tough shot to make and execute there. The 6 clears the 8 into the right corner pocket, so Justin doesn't have to worry too much about whether he's going to land on the short or long side of the 6. Under hits it a little bit, but this cut is makeable into the right corner, and as far as making position for the 8 goes, is automatic if he can pot this 6. This would be the game-winning shot if Justin can make it. He undercuts the 6, and John's back at the table with a really nice position. John misses the 6. He slow rolls the cue ball to try to maintain position for the 8. It's possible that the cue ball rolled off or the 6 rolled off. Slow rolls can be pretty unreliable, and even John is shaking his head at missing this shot. It would have been better to play that 6 at speed and just let the cue ball do its thing up and down the table. Justin may be going rail first to pot the 6 and bring the cue ball back out to the left. Which he does. Very nice. He bumps into the 9, something that could have easily been avoided, and he leaves himself with a much more difficult shot than what he could have left himself with. Now Justin can still make this. He's great shooter. He's a great shooter. Just the position is more difficult than it needed to be. Does he do it? He does. Does he scratch? He scratched. Justin makes the difficult pot on the 9, but scratches into the far right corner. John Walsh takes that game. The score is now 5-2. John in the lead.
No, listen, how many people are on the list to get in?
John breaks dry. Justin's at the table. The one's not completely clear. He may be able to see just barely of the left side of it, but it's possible he's going to have to just kick it out and try to play safe behind the 8. Sarah Kessner in the live chat says, Justin credible. Nice pun. Sarah Kastner also in the live chat says, you got this, referring to Justin. Yeah, at this level it's pretty easy to win or lose 2 or 3 games consecutively. Justin could just as easily come back. Good combo by John. Great cut by John. And look at the position he's left himself with on the 5. Great shot. Should just be able to focus on potting this 5 and stunning the cue ball for a straight-in shot on the 6. Very nice. John bringing out the bridge. He's got to reach a little bit, but he left himself with a good angle on the 7. This is actually a good angle on the 8. Just worrying about potting this without any additional English and just regular center ball would bring that cue ball right where he needs it for the 9. 2 rails, really nice. And John makes it. John's shooting extremely well right now. The score is 6-2. John with a large lead at the moment. All right, John to break. Yeah, John is tough to shoot against. He's seems to me to be a non-emotional player and just grinds out every game. Slow pace, fast pace, doesn't matter. Justin's got to find a way to respond to that style. All right, so we got Monster 585 in the live chat saying, "Let's go, Justin." Locked in. Monster 585 is going to be our previous number 10 ranked player, Mon Nguyen. Mon's a great player. He's black. He's back. I said he's black. He's back on the list to try to get back on the board again. How's it going, Mon? Nice shot by Justin. Using the 6 ball with a little bit of draw to bring that cue ball back out for a good position on the 3. Ma Nguyen in the live chat showing up for Justin.
Might be.
Good stun shot just to bring that cue ball up a little bit off the rail for a shot on the 5. A little bit of top spin on this 5 ball should be able to bring that cue ball back out towards the center for the 6 into the corner. Shout out to Parker Canarvis in the live chat saying, "Come on, Justin, grind it out." What's up, Parker? Good shot. Needed a little bit more top spin on that, though. Parker Canarvis in the live chat says, watching the Bills game and crapping his pants. Those two things are actually independent of each other. Parker craps his pants and also watches the Bills games. And great shot by Justin to pocket the 6 into the right corner and make really good position on the 7. He's just got to roll this cue ball forward a little bit to get a good shot on the 8, and then he can draw this cue ball back to either side of the 9, and it doesn't matter. Parker with a couple laughing emojis. Not too sure what's so funny, just spitting facts. Justin's really got to make sure he strokes this good. Does he get lucky? Oh my. Justin misses the draw shot on the 8. Almost flukes it into the right corner, but it wobbles. John's back at the table with a basically a 100% win for this rack as well. Ben Lewis in the live chat says, "Let's go, Justin." Thanks for showing up, Ben. And John makes the 9. The score is now 7-2. John in the lead. Look at this break by John. Is he stuck behind the 8 though? Ben Lewis in the live chat saying John is getting hella lucky. It's a tough word for me to pronounce, but not sure if it's 100% luck though. Might be 99.
If you practice that sort of break though and you make it, is that luck or is that skill?
Depends who you ask. If you ask Ben Lewis, it's luck. I think, never mind. Looks like John's eyeing this kick on the 2, or on the 1, and he'll be able to naturally fall onto the 2 ball if he can make this. And he was not going for the kick on the 1. He was looking to kick the 1 ball out and leave the cue ball where it is right now, and that's a really nice shot. Justin's left difficult on the rail, and no clear shot or safety.
What do you think he's gonna do?
It's likely Justin will hit this 1 ball pretty full on and just leave the cue ball down towards the short rail near us and the 1 ball up the table, which is what seemed like he was trying to do.
Not good enough when you're playing Baba Yaga. We call him Baba Yaga. John Wick, you know, the movie.
Okay.
John Walsh, John Wick. And it started translated into Baba Yaga, the boogeyman.
Sitting next to me is Matt Kalaki, the operator for the APA League in Rochester, New York.
What's up, guys?
If you're interested in signing up for a league, make sure you reach out to Matt Kalaki for all league information.
APARochester.com, same with Instagram. And John will do some garbage.
John leaves the 1 ball behind the 6. Justin's at the table with another pretty uncomfortable shot. Tough to judge where either of these balls are going to land. John should be able to just thin this 1, leaving it behind the 6, and the cue ball down the table. But does he leak it out? Justin may be able to go rail first to actually pocket this 1, but as far as bringing the cue ball back for the 2, that's a different story. Parker Canarvis in the live chat saying, "Good leave, Justin." Justin checks with John to see if it was a good hit on the 1, and John agrees that it was. With this layout, Justin's got a pretty good chance here. John made several balls on the break. Where's this cue ball going? It scratches. The cue ball scratches. How is that even? All right, no one's guessing that. And really unlucky for Justin. that cue ball could have went anywhere. Justin added stun to that shot, really just to bring that cue ball straight up and down, and it could have landed anywhere, almost anywhere, and he would have had a shot on the 3. But instead, the cue ball finds its way past the 3 on the short side and scratches. Ben Lewis in the live chat says, boo. Yeah, Justin's not getting good rolls right now at all. And John, with really one of his first errors of the game, not really a big blunder or anything, but he leaves himself really difficult. John may try to play safe. He underhit the previous ball. Sarah Kastner in the live chat says Justin needs to get his sombrero back on. Parker Canarvis in the live chat says a lot of tough breaks for Justin. Didn't see that scratch coming at all. And yeah, I agree. I don't think anyone saw that one coming. Extremely unlikely to pass by the 3 ball like that without even making contact.
You think that you got me out of it, but you didn't.
All right, Justin, this is your second chance at the rack. Justin's got a long shot at the 8, and if you try to add a little too much top left spin, the 8 ball can swing to the right of the far right corner pocket and wobble. He's got to be mindful of that while trying to make position for the 9 ball here. He undercuts the 8.
Just play with you until I get to 8.
Justin was trying to add top left spin and compensated a little too much. Now John's got an opportunity here to pocket this 8, but making position for the 9 can be a little difficult. It looks like he's stroking at the, well, it's tough to say. Yep. He was stroking at the top of the cue ball, but the 8 ball swings to the left and John misses. Justin's back at the table once again. Now, Justin and I discussed this before the match. He did say if he were to run into a shot like this, he would go for the bank rather than try to play safe here. So let's see if he ends up doing that, or if he goes for the safety by hitting the 8 ball at roughly 45 degrees to leave the 8 and the cue ball on opposite ends of the table near the long rails. Justin goes for the bank shot. Does he pocket it? He somehow pockets the 8, 2 rails into the far right corner. And now he's got to do it one more time. This cut is a little too thin. Ben Lewis in the live chat says boom in support of Justin Spank. And he over banks it, and John's going to get a shot at the side pocket. And John takes this game. The score is now 8-2. John Walsh in the lead. All right, Justin's got to find a way to get himself back in this match. He's got to stop taking any risky shots. Just take the shots that you are sure you can pocket and play safety for the rest. And Parker Canarvis in the live chat mirrors what I just said. Parker says safeties and playing a little more reserved, and I agree. John is not the type to overextend. He's a very patient player. And look at this. John scratches on the break. Justin's got ball in hand. All the balls are clear for their nearest pockets. Well, I guess the 5 is problematic. Never mind. The issue here is, even if Justin makes the 1, 2, 3, and 4, the 5 is somewhat of a touchy long cut. He's got to make sure he gets good on the 5 for position on the 6. Parker Canarvis in the live chat says, big chance to take control. Come on, Justin. Yeah, I agree. When you come to the table with ball in hand, that's as good as you can ask for. Nice shot. Tough to hold position for the 3 there. Good pop by Justin.
North Carolina. We lived in Hawaii. We lived in Georgia.
Another nice shot by Justin, and he gets a pretty good position on the 5. It's a little tricky here because he doesn't want to hit this 5 ball with regular top or center. He wants to hit it with stun. And hitting this 5 ball with stun reduces the likelihood of that 5 ball going in. And he hits it with top and pockets it really nicely. Loses control of the cue ball a little bit, but he gets a good position here on the 6. Nice shot. Justin's looking good to run this out. He has to finish this out. He wobbles the 7. He wobbles the 7. I guess that is what happens when you try to put a little extra on the cue ball to bring it around 2 or 3 rails for your next setup. Okay, John's got a pretty straight-in shot on the 8. Simply hitting a stun shot here just to maintain accuracy leaves himself with a pretty difficult shot. He's preferably would like to draw this back a little. And when you add a little bit of draw to it, to the object ball here, these pockets tend to rattle. And John misses the 8. Justin's back at the table with another chance here. He's got to bring this cue ball almost anywhere near the 9, and he'll be okay. Okay, he's near the center of the table. This is a makeable shot. Just can't let the pressure get to him. All right. Come on, Justin. He makes it. Great shot by Justin. The score is now 8-3. John Walsh still in the lead. Justin with his 3rd game just now. He's going to need a really good break here. Parker Canarvis in the live chat says, good shot, Justin. Way to keep composure. Yeah, I was holding my breath with him. All right, Justin to break. Sarah Kastner in the live chat says, awesome. Yeah, it was a good shot by Justin. Look at this break by Justin. The 1's sitting there in the pocket. The 2 is clear. The 4 is clear as well. And if he can get a good position on the 4, then the 5 can be potted as well. Justin gets a good roll on 2. If Justin can pocket this 2 into the side pocket, he could stun it to the left for the 3 into the corner. Looks like he's tough to say if he's actually going for the corner instead. He does. Yeah, it's really tough to hit these long shots at pace on this table with these pockets. John comes to the table with a good shot on the 2. The 3 goes anywhere. He loses control of the cue ball a good amount, leaves himself really tough. John misses the difficult cut on the 3 and leaves Justin with a straightened shot. He may have enough angle towards the left to just try to bring this cue ball back towards the center of the table for the 4. Nice pop by Justin, bringing that cue ball back closer to the 4.
11 to 14. We're on table 14. I'll steal them from the next table. They're not. They're on the table. There's people playing there. 14. 14. Matthew. Yes. 14.
Justin misses the 4, and, well, making position for the 5 here is not easy because the cue ball is going to travel towards the right end of the table. Holding position for the 5 into the far left corner doesn't seem plausible. Maybe he will. So it looks like he wasn't worrying too much about it and is going to just play safe here. Parker Canarvis in the live chat says good pace. Good safety. But Justin should be able to kick at this at the long rail and potentially make the 5 into the right side pocket here. Justin's double checking where he wants to make contact on the rail.
Open communication or no?
Good contact was made. And John's actually not got a good shot on the 5 here.
Yeah, I already gave you one.
You're gonna run this out, no matter what.
We're lagging. I'll lag.
Let's see what John does here. Does he scratch? Is he going to scratch? Oh. John almost scratches into the far left corner. He may have left Justin hooked. Tough to say from this angle. If Justin's hooked, that's going to be quite the roll John got.
Who do you think is his partner, Amy? Who do you think?
8 ball or 9 ball?
8.
BCA rules?
APA no slot.
APA no stop?
Justin really taking his time here to figure out what to do on this 5 because it seems like the edge of the corner pocket is coming into play here.
No.
He just put himself in a really good spot. I'm the 8 ball, yeah.
Just walking into Billiard Breakdown is Man Nguyen, ex number 10 player and top tier prospect.
What's up, chat? How's y'all doing?
We got Parker in the live chat.
I'll come in and make it.
What's up, Parker?
What is it? It's a watermelon. We both have one. Yeah.
I don't know what to say. You gotta go like 2 rails kick right here.
Do you think Justin's hooked on that corner?
He is hooked. You gotta go 2 rails. Oh, Johnny. Oh, what's up, Park? So you can make this kick. Man, overhit this one. Yep.
Justin misses the 2-rail kick at the 5, and John's at the table with ball in hand. Really lucky roll for John to leave Justin in that position.
Did he almost scratch with the cue ball?
Yeah, John almost scratched. Leaving the cue ball in that corner was not intentional.
Good shot.
Yeah, perfect position. Do you think he's going to draw it back for the 9?
Yes. He probably dropped back a little bit.
Yeah, he doesn't even have to draw back too much. He can leave himself like with a thinnish cut
He
on
have
the
a little
9.
angle right here. He might.
Right, the cue ball is likely to draw back towards the center of the table if he's planning on doing that.
He cutting this to the side. I think.
Really?
I think so.
This is a pretty thin cut.
Yeah, he cut the thin 9 ball earlier over the side pocket.
Oh, Mon's been watching. Yeah, it looks like he's going for the corner. Does he make it? He makes it. He sinks it, no problem. What a shot. What a shot by John Walsh. The final score is 9-3. John defeating the challenger, Justin. This was the top 10 players in Rochester, New York. This was a race to 9 and 9-ball pool. Thank you for tuning into Billiard Breakdown. Parker Canarvis in the live chat says, super unlucky. Justin, keep your head up. Justin, I'm sure, appreciates all the support in the live chat. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe to Billiard Breakdown for more, and I will see you guys next time.